Check out our other videos at the RelaxShacks.com channel. Be sure to check out my book on DIY fort and shelter and tiny house building weirdness on Amazon.com. JamaicaCottageShop.com. Shout out to them. They're from Vermont and help us out so many times and have with our videos. And my new album from Deaf Dealer. It's out now through iTunes.
Alright, hey, I'm Joe Coover, shooting this video here for RelaxShacks.com. And we're going to be talking about installing an electrical system into a tiny house. In my house, I chose to do a system that incorporated both AC and DC electrical systems. The basic rundown is that all of my outlets are AC and everything else is DC. So my lights, a lot of like my appliances, my fans, any of the stuff that's built into the house, almost all that I tried to run DC. This is my electrical panel. This is from Progressive Dynamics. This is called the Mighty Mini. And I searched high and low to try and find the one that's going to fit best for me in the tiny house situation. And this one had everything that, that I wanted out of the tiny house. It's kind of broken down into 3 sections. And this is the AC side of the panel. These are regular breakers that turn on and off. You're used to seeing these in a regular house. They have, 30 amp breakers or 20 amp breakers, and all of my wires are going to come through here and be connected here, so everything's accessible from the front. Once installed, you won't have to take the unit out in order to get to your wires. So you could rewire the whole house without having to take out the electrical panel, which is nice. This section here is your DC distribution panel. Each one of these will take a fuse that, just like this one, that you're probably most familiar with from a car, the car fuse that you would use right there. And each one of these is a different leg of DC that will go to each appliance or light. This section here is your charge controller that intelligently charges your battery. It keeps your battery from being drained or overcharged. There's also reverse polarity protection built in here, and this whole panel is made specifically for an RV situation, which makes it perfect for a tiny house. A tiny house that uses DC is going to be more efficient than one that runs strictly off of AC, and you have a lot more variety. Even if you run DC and AC to all your lights, then you have a choice, and you can make that decision. Also, by running your DC directly from the panel, then you save space and cost by running a separate DC inverter at each appliance. It has a cover that goes on here, and with a once installed, it's just a simple touch that opens it up. All of your breakers will then be available there. Your list of what each breaker does, along with each of the DC distribution points. You can run this, off the grid. You can have that. You can hook it up so that the battery's being charged. You have your battery bank. You can hook it up to solar power. If that's your plan in the long term. But this is a great little panel, and it does everything that you want it to do in a tiny house.